Hello Leo, I am doing some February check-ins for each of the signs. This video is for you. If you are a Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, whatever, cross watchers, sure, come on in. Happy Black History Month. It is the month of February, and I am doing this reading for Leos. Alright, looking good. Looking good so far. Let's see what's going on in the life of a Leo. Jumpy cards. Let's see how this works out. Ooh, you see that? Jumpy. Alright, I'm going to shuffle them up a little bit more before they decide to come out, but this reading is for Leos in the month of February. So let's see what's going on with Leos in February. Okay. Oh. What's going on, Leo? What are you thinking? What are you feeling? What do you need to know? What is it for the month of February in Leos? Whoa. Alright. Let's see what we got going on. Good stuff. Huh. Oh, Leo, always so indecisive. It's very much not a typical Leo trait to be indecisive, but it's something I've noticed even with the Leos in my life. Is sort of not knowing what exactly you want, but trying to get it anyways, right? Typical Leo. Okay. I'm going to shuffle a little bit more. Don't have too many face down cards. We have one face down card. So everything's on the surface for you, Leo. You see the situation as it is, and it's very clear, which is good. Now I just want to get a few future cards and a few meditation cards, and we can get on with the reading. How about it? You ready, Leo? What's going on in the month of February? What is going on in the month of February? Okay. I'll shuffle a little bit more, see if anything else wants to come up. If not, we can do the reading. Okay, here we go. Interesting. Heavy meditation. That's okay. Okay, looking for a couple more cards. Okay, wow. Getting a lot more than a couple cards here. Okay. That. What else is going on? We got a jumper. We're going to take it. We're going to call it. I'll shuffle one more time. For Leo in the month of February. Yeah. Jumpy cards. Jumpy cards. Okay. It's good. You got the 5 of discs at the bottom of the deck. You got worry, but that's okay. Nothing to worry about. It's 5. It's in the middle. It's not overwhelming. It's just something there. So let's get it started then. We have the 5 of Cups, which is disappointment. We have the 9 of Wands, which is strength. And we have the 10 of Cups, which is satiety. Alright? So at the core of this reading, Leo, we are seeing some strength, right? Where you're sort of at odds with yourself in a way, where you're like, ugh, everything is getting boring, but also everything is everything that I ever wanted and then some. And so you have to kind of combat that feeling of stagnation with your own strength and your own passion. Alright? So we have the Death card to start. So we are phasing out of something. Maybe you were feeling a lot of stagnation. It looks like there's a lot of back and forth here. Again, people never really pay attention to the Leos going through stuff like that. But we do have the Six of Discs, which is success, and the Prince of Swords here. And so it's kind of like you've worked really hard through something, and you are going to get what you want from it. You are getting something out of whatever you just went through, that phase that you just ended, be it a slow period or just some time off. You're finally starting to get it back. You got a whole tray of discs here. You can carry it well. And the Prince of Swords is almost like, okay, what's the next battle going to be? What's the next fight? Here we have, okay, we have this face down card on its side. And on top of it, we have the Nine of Swords, which is cruelty, and the Ten of Discs, which is wealth. And it's almost like, I feel like this reading is for an artist type, right? So you're torturing yourself, but you're making money. And you hate your job, but it pays well. And you're sort of in the middle where you're like, is this really what I want to do? Is this not what I want to do? You know? So it's something to consider. You have to weigh your pros and cons, because right now it feels like your pros and cons are almost the same length, right? It's almost like you're at the same point with each list. Maybe pros is winning by one, right? But make a pros and cons list and see what it is. Feels like it's probably work related, but again, I feel like this reading is really for the artist type. So do your pros and cons list, figure it out. Followed by Six of Wands, which is victory. We have the Wheel of Fortune, which it could turn either way, but I'm guessing it's turning in your favor because it's followed by this Love, Two of Cups, okay? And Queen of Swords, which is some air energy, and it might be the right thing to come along and sort of like say, hey, this is what you need to be doing. So maybe it's your own influence, but it is next to the Love card, so I'm thinking it's somebody else. And then we also have the Eight of Swords, which is interference. So it's almost like you just need a little pick-me-up, and somebody is going to come along and say, hey, I love you, I love your work, I love what you do, I love who you are, whatever the case may be. And it's going to give you that little interference so that you can sit back and think, what is it that I do really want, or what am I really doing, and is it so bad? But it's okay to need a little pick-me-up, Leo. Everybody makes fun of you for being self-centered, but sometimes it's just nice to hear nice things, right? So we have this Prince of Wands next to this Princess of Wands and a Prince of Cups, okay? So that's like, I don't know if there's children involved. I don't know if you're planning on having kids. There's a lot of like young energy there, but it also might just be starting from the center and working your way out and realizing, hey, I do have feelings. What am I feeling? How am I feeling? And just progressing in that way, you know, having a balance of feminine and masculine energy. And maybe realizing that you can shift your perspective and there is ways that you can grow. Again, it could be children, but I'm getting more of this like artistic vibe. This is a very artsy kind of reading. I feel that. So, Leo, you're going to be fine, and it's okay to have feelings, it's okay to have emotions, it's okay to change the way that you think, it's okay to challenge your own beliefs, it's okay to do any of it. So let's see what this card on its side is. This is the Tower, okay? Look at this. We have this Tower face down on its side. That means it can go either way. It can be a Tower moment where everything kind of falls apart, or it can be where everything comes together. And the two cards that were on top of that Tower on its side was the Nine of Swords and the Ten of Discs. You got to really make yourself a pros and cons list and figure it out. Figure out what you want. Figure out what decision you're going to make, because this could all fall apart if you're not careful. Alright? So just remember that. The Tower is on its side right now. Keep it there. Reverse that shit, you know? You don't want to have everything fall apart, but you also have to recognize that maybe the things in your life or the way that you're feeling isn't serving your highest good, and it's time to evolve, and you have to evolve with the times we're in, you know? It's 2020. Lighten up, brighten up, tighten up, right? That's pretty cool. I like that tagline a lot. You're welcome, Leo. Lighten up, brighten up, tighten up. That's not even your meditation yet. That was a good one. Come on. Alright, let's see. We have Princess of Swords. Yep, Princess of Swords. The Magus. Ace of Swords. Four of Wands. Four discs. And art. What did I tell you? I said this was an artist reading. This is for an artist, for sure. Maybe many artists. I don't know if any Leos are even watching these videos, but we got the Princess of Swords here. So you're kind of, it's almost like you're fighting the feeling, or you're putting in the work. I would say you're putting in the work. With the Magus, so it's still staying true to yourself and working in your own magic instead of trying to put on someone else's. It's very good. The Ace of Swords represents, you know, kind of like honing in on your craft or really focusing on what matters to you. And then we do have the Completion card, which might be the end of another cycle or it might be emotional fulfillment. But we have the 4 and the 4 next to each other. So you have completion and power. And so it's like once you decide what's important, once you decide and you start to evolve, you really come into your own. And that's when things will really start to work out for you. I think that's really beautiful, Leo. I think if you are an artist, you need to continue to work on your craft. And like I said, perspective is going to be a big thing. If you're not an artist, maybe it's time to get into the arts. You never know. Okay, let's see what's going on in the meditation cards. We have the 9 of Discs, which is gain. 5 of Swords, which is defeat. The 3 of Swords, which is sorrow. The 7 of Cups, which is debauch. And the 2 of Wands, which is dominion. These are darker cards than the rest of the readings, but maybe that's the thing. Are you avoiding meditation because you don't like the thoughts you're having? Because sometimes you gotta sit in the dark to find your light. And I think that might be something that's going on with you, Leo, is you've gotta just allow things to be as they are. You have to let thoughts come in, you have to let them flow. Okay, so what is this meditation? Even when I am successful, I count my losses. Why do I do that? I think that's the meditation. Why? Why do you do that? When I count my successes, I count my losses. And so I'm never winning. That's what you gotta remember. You can't just sit here and say they did this bad thing and blah blah blah. No, it's time to like really turn that leaf, Leo. Really turn it. Alright, let's see what's going on in the work life, Leo. Ooh, jumpy little demons. What's going on in the work life of Leo for the month of February? Feels like they're being a little stubborn. Somebody's ready to come out and tell Leo how they're doing. Oh, you get 2. I just had Stolas out here, but that's okay. He's coming back. We have Stolas and Voile. Okay, we'll just go in alphabetical order. We've been doing multiple demons for a couple of the reads today. And they're talkative, man. There's something you gotta hear. Although many demons are knowledgeable in the arts and sciences, including the medicinal properties of plants and the mystical qualities of minerals, Stolas' understanding of these items extends past basic understanding into appraisal. Consider the difference between knowing the name of a particular artist and having an appraiser give you the value of one of that artist's works. Stolas employs his knowledge of mystical and monetary and medicinal objects to give the bearer an accurate picture of those items' uses, properties, and overall value in the world. Artists, I was just saying, focus on accurate appraisal and the search for true worth. Maybe you need to up your prices if you are an artist and you need to charge more for the work that you do. You need to really know that you put your time and effort into that and it is worth more than you're even charging for, okay? Leo, something to think about. Let's see what's going on. Voile. Okay. Voile is said to know many things concerning the past, present, and future, but he is especially gifted at procuring the favor of friends and foes, as well as love and family. Some demonologists including Wire and Scott, focus on Voile's ability to create romantic relationships. However, his greater ability to foster friendship between very different people without any romance may show that his superior gift is bridging communication gaps to allow for strong relationships of any form. Focus on resolving differences with enemies, finding common ground, and friendship. Okay, so maybe there's someone at work you don't really like. You learn to like them. Find something that you can like about them. Maybe realize that like your differences complement one another, and it's like it's good. Okay. So I think this overall is a really good reading. I feel like Leo readings have been kind of like meh, but this is a really good one. So this is your month, man. Especially with Valentine's Day coming up. If you're an artist, get on that, right? Because it says something about relationships and love and whatever. Love your enemy like it is your friend. That sounds like a quote, but I don't know who said it. Alright, one card came out, so I'm just going to give you this one number, and it's the number 6, which I'm a life path number 6 and an earth sign, and this is bears, so it's earth. So I would say take my advice this month, Leo, just saying. But anyways, look for the number 6 if you're looking at the clock, if you're looking at a receipt, if you're just out and about and you've seen the number 6, just know that that's going to be your positive affirmation. And if you do have an earth sign in your life, look to them for advice and guidance through the month of February. Alright, Leo, artist Leo, I think this was a really good reading, and I really wish you all the best. I'll see you at the next check-in.